All right, Grace. All right, thank you, join us. All right, we're going to messages and to the Q&A. All right, blessings. Greetings is Archangel Gabriel. Send your energies, blessings. So your energies. This is a new month. Your March. There's a lot of transitions that will occur, timeline shifts. It's not always going to make itself completely clear what your main time is going into just yet. There's still a lot of course, there's a lot of soul healing, but then that's always occurring. That many are not really connecting to themselves, as you can see. So the world is out of control. So it's humanity hasn't quite understand its own engine, how the soul works to calm the frequencies down so you can have a calmer earth. It's out of control, as you can see. You weren't exactly given instructions as you incarnated. That's what you're here to do, to figure that out. So seeing your energies as you go into a new higher dimensional energy. Of course, it's going to take time for the rest of the world to connect to those frequencies. So blessings. Green see we are the Felines. Wilmira, blessings. Of course, there's a lot of agendas currently on your route and your, of course. Not all of them are going to make themselves known. That does make it difficult, as many are the witchcraft that's going on this planet. There's many spells happening constantly, of course. And humanity is still so confused they can't quite figure itself out. Many of you are just stepping away from a lot of that and coming more centered, but the rest of the world is not used to that. And I'm not sure if it even wants to know about that. Some like the chaotic ride, as you can see, that live off of it, thrive off of it. And so what you're doing here is bringing a new energy here for others to replicate, to calm down their frequencies so they can see what's happening here. But it's a difficult one, of course. So, blessings. Greece uses Redmond, blessings from Sirius B, blessings. Same energies from the Sirian race. Some of you have Sirian energies, some are obviously still figuring themselves out, of course. It's the idea is to come here to be like everybody else. The reason why you can't remember your Akashic record is majority is not interested in it. So it's one way of blending in. Eventually you're downloading more of your identities slowly. But of course the rest of the world doesn't want anything to do with it, because it's following the leader, it's following the majority. But many of you are changing that frequency. It's still not going to be easy, of course, as you become more powerful with your astral selves. Of course, more star children will be born to understand it better, but still going to have some confusion because so many beings are incarnating here from so many different places. So you're not out of the woods yet. So send you blessings. And answer your questions whenever you're ready. Blessings.
Well, blessings, Redmond. Greetings. Welcome back.
Greetings.
All right. Would you say they're not interested or just not aware more so?
They're not interested.
If they knew, they
do
probably
they do they look like they are?
I mean, it's not a wellspring of information out there, but I guess I'm just trying to remain optimistic that. All right, but thank you for coming in.
Yes.
Up first this evening, we got Daria.
Hey there, Mega Mind. Redmond.
Yes, greetings. Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Any messages from you? Would be lovely. Splendid.
You come from a reality where you can see, well, where you can see the future very easily. Of course, you come to this world too. It's fogged out, but sometimes you get an idea of it. It's like you come from a reality where you know people before you even meet them. Like you get a feeling, and you can have that to a certain level here. You do connect to the astral, so you have like you're like at half power. Of course, you like to be stronger with it, but there's so much fog here. It's hard to connect to it.
Yeah, I felt that, and I'm feeling that, but I feel like I'm in kind of. I have to like retreat the memories from my higher self, from my other aspects, because
Yes.
so I have to like go. It's like a circuit or what you call it. Yeah, it's not directly though, not often, but yeah. Any other messages regarding my boring life here on Earth,
Well,
please?
part of it, well, to go back to your first question a little bit, part of it
Hmm?
also you shut off the future a little bit because it's like, let's see what happens.
And nothing happens. Yeah, yeah. What
Well,
and then?
certain people and certain things happen. But for your second question, what to do here, it's you're kind of in a stasis, as you can see. You're waiting. You're just a lot of waiting. Like at a bus stop where the bus is
Yeah, I've
not
heard
there
that
yet.
before. I just had it on my tongue before you said it. So,
Yeah.
anyways, do I gain some astral points for this gaining? Cause or else this is not worth it. Should be a price.
I don't know why I'm seeing like somebody wants to drop a phone book on you or something like that.
Oh yeah, I
I don't know
should
what
do
that's
that.
coming from.
Mm,
Astral points, yeah, it's
that
something
wasn't
else,
actually
man.
like a
Something
question.
else. Something will sneak itself in.
Okay, thank you for
Yeah.
answering my questions.
Yes, of
Have a
course.
cool traveling. Thank you.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, we got Hadia.
Hi, greetings, Redman.
Yes, greetings.
Do you have any messages for me?
Here's the realities where you have twins, like you were a twin, and usually in the higher dimensions, usually have a twin. This reality might connect to others that are similar to you to a certain level. So there is an aspect of that, but you have your twin on. I believe it's like on the spirit realm currently. You can say everybody has a twin to a certain level, but I do see in the higher dimensions you have a twin quite often.
Oh, nice. Okay, for my second question, I have this for my friend Stian. He is seeing this girl, and can you pick up on her like what is her thoughts on him? What does she want with him?
It was like a
Her name is
relationship. I mean,
Embla. No, they are like dating, and
yeah.
she's like acting like strange. So,
Well, that's just the way she is. I mean, they come from opposite places, so she's just not used to somebody like him. That's all.
okay.
That's all. Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, we've got Stephen.
Hello there, Redmond.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings, much love. I was just wondering if you, from your collective, if you can just tap into me and my guides and any messages from me for me. Thank you.
The cherub angels, you know the baby angels. That's one of your connections. helps you also relax your lifetime here and just basically clear out some anxieties. So there's, I know many are connected to aliens, but the aliens can get kind of cluttered like they do like human lives. So you connect to more of the baby angels in the higher realms to clear your frequency. Blessings.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you. And second is can you go into more of my cloning energies? Last guy talked about maybe there's some cloning here on Earth, maybe some energies I'm going through. Have I been cloned here? And just more info on any of that. Thank you.
Every time you go to like, you get surgery or something around those lines, that's when you get cloned. So you say you're putting your body back together again. So some kind of astral cloning occurred. So if you end up with a doctor, you're actually fixing yourself. It's not always going to make itself why you got cloned. Yeah, as you can say, there's an aspect of you that's kind of like a James Bond in another reality. So, blessings.
Sweet. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Silverclaw.
Hello, greetings.
Yes, greetings.
My first question is, I was going to plant my spore bag, but I saw that the white clusters were still spreading to the bottom of the bag. I decided to let it spread because I think that it looks like it could keep spreading. And I wanted to know if the white clusters will spread to the bottom or if this is like its peak, perhaps.
For some of it, it's the peak, but some will go to the bottom. So it's like a little bit of both.
So maybe it's got a couple days. I'm thinking till Saturday or something.
Saturday or Sunday, yes. Sunday, it looks like it's a better day.
Oh, fascinating. Yeah. Oh wow, these it's a different beast. These guys are interesting. So my next question is I mixed the nutrients for my mushrooms prematurely with boiling water a few days ago. I wanted to know if I can still use it if I pour boiling water again when I need to use it. And
So what is your question exactly?
oh no, my question is if I can use it again if I pour boiling water again.
Yes, it looks like yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Does it need to be dried out at all, by the way?
The mushrooms.
Oh no, this is the nutrient mixture.
The nutrient.
Yeah, this is like a container that I have separate, and I pour boiling water. And
yeah.
I was wondering if I should dry it.
Yes, drying it'll be good. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, well, it's good that I can use it again. So thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
Hey, blessings. Up next, we've got Tristan.
Hey, greetings, Edmund.
Yes, greetings.
Always nice to talk to you.
Yes.
My first question is Daria's second question. Anything? I feel like I'm just waiting at that bus stop as well. So, any advice for me in this boring world?
Well, I don't think you see it as boring as she does, but just do things to keep yourself busy. There's a lot of soul growth you're doing right now. So just the more that you look into yourself, wherever you want, that's up to you how you do that.
Yeah, that sounds good. And then how about some advice? Because I've gotten back into watching news and listening to news, which I generally avoid. And I've kind of gotten away from this idea that this world is always improving. It seems there's a lot more. It's going crazier. It's kind of spiraling downwards rather than constantly going upwards. So can you ask for any advice of, well, perhaps just stop watching the news? But
well,
this is all.
We were thinking of it as you being an observer. I would say you're being more curious, seeing what people, not the majority, but those that need that chaotic energy. Others tune it out. The majority actually tune it out. It's just the ones that tune into it cause a lot of difficulties here for others. Those that live out in the middle of nowhere, out in nature, they don't watch the news. But there's not that many people that can do that. That's where the higher energy is, you can say, to a certain level, because nature isn't always, it has a lot of healing to do within itself. So it's just the world's looking for balance, as you can say.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Yuli.
Greetings. Is any messages for me at this time?
You're connecting more to your higher self. There's a lot of, well, you're believing more in yourself, which has not been easy. That seems to be like it's going like 100%, you could say. Before it was like 50%. Of course, you didn't always know you needed to do that. So it's your soul has been going through a lot of awakenings, as you know.
Yes.
And in a good way, it'll continue in that level.
Well, thank you. And my next question is related to an experience I had when I went to Mexico. I had this a Temazcal ceremony where they put hot rocks inside a little like room, and it's dark, and all these things. They had gates and stuff. And I was there with my father. So it was really hard to be there with him because, we have a lot of issues. But I felt during these different gates that I was kind of fighting with him at the same time in astral, because it was really, really intense. And I felt that it really helped me to heal a lot of the stuff that I was carrying about my dad. Can you tell me anything about that?
Well, yeah, he's a reptilian being. He's set in his own ways. So he's just, it's like a guard. He's been like a guard in his past life. He's always overprotecting. So in his mind, just get kind of a delusional also. So he doesn't know what to think a lot of times. So you feel a lot of that. He's not trusting himself. And so you picked up a lot of his anxiety growing up.
Yeah, because he stood up and he seemed like he was like having a really, really hard time dealing with the energy.
Yeah.
Because he was very loving energy in there.
Yeah, he has trouble connecting to his feminine side, you can say. But that's what you're there for.
Well, blessings and thank you.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Annie.
Hi, greetings.
Yes, greetings.
I'll leave the first one open for any messages for me.
One moment. There's just other versions of yourself you're connected to in other realities. Basically in this reality, you're just creating your own reality. So just you have more power here than you realize.
Okay. That kind of goes with my second one. Actually, that's just kind of funny because I had a really cool lucid dream this morning, and I was going to ask you, was I in a parallel reality?
Yeah. That's good. That's when we tapped into that you can relate to it, because a lot of people can't relate to what we can. Yeah, that other realm is slowly opening up. You're open to it. So yeah, you might see 3 or 4 versions of you.
Yeah, it was interesting because it was almost like a new earth kind of vision, and I didn't know if it was a different planet, but it was the same. So I thought of it like a parallel timeline.
It's the future.
Future. Okay. Yeah. Because there was a lot more trees. It was very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Great. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Crystal.
Greetings.
Greetings.
I wanted to ask you if you can give me some messages on the pain I had on my back. I felt like Annie and I kicked some butt last week and moved some of that energy. It feels better, but I don't feel like I'm out of the woods yet.
Well, you're halfway through it. There is some reptilian, there's some canine energy there, like weaponized canine energy from the past. So it's like those that come off very friendly, but there's another side to them. That's a canine, there's some canine energy there. Those canines can be very charming and then turn into a wolf. So that's what you're doing with. You're doing wolf energies, you can say.
Oh, so that explains the claw then.
Exactly.
Ah.
Yeah, it's biting back. Yes.
Ah, makes sense. Any messages for me?
Oh, well, this is like a karmic debt. You came here to cut that cord. So it's a tough one. But that's not the only reason. I mean, that's one of the reasons why you came here. But yeah, you can't always do that in the higher dimensions. So I feel a lot lighter after you clear that. But after this life, you'll feel a lot lighter because you've been carrying around a lot for a while, actually. So
blessings. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Up next, we've got Michael. Michael, I don't know if he's in the room. Might have stepped away, but for now, we'll move on to Sahara's.
Greetings, I'm here. Sorry.
Problem.
Yeah, I was wanting to know if there's any messages to me.
A moment. Oh, you're just grounding yourself. Still, part of you has been going to the higher dimensions, as you probably know. But you have a lot to do here also. So you have been visiting the higher realms quite a bit recently, and it's but you still have a duty here, a contract with this reality. So you're still figuring that out, it seems.
Yes, indeed. My dog, I really care for it. She's 4 months, but she won't stop biting, and I can't keep her in my lap or nowhere. She keeps. I mean, is this ever gonna stop, or is this? I don't remember in the other 2 Yorkies I had that were this bad.
Oh, that one's just playful. I mean, you can talk to a dog trainer or something. Look into what you can do to train it. If you learn how to train it, you can fix that. It still acts like it's a baby.
Yeah.
Technically, it is a baby. It's just a wild one, that's all. That's actually normal. You're just not used to it.
Okay.
Give it something to bite. You just got to wear gloves.
I love the gloves. Okay. Well, thank you so much. Blessings.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Sahara's questions. Her first question, she says, I asked to see my star mother one night. Then in a dream, I saw a beautiful, tall, red-haired woman. Her hair piled on her head. Her skin was porcelain. Was that her, please? I would like a message from my star mother, please. Thank you.
Yes, she's a star mother, but she's also like a star sister. It's also like what you look like in the higher dimensions too. It's like, like the mom and daughter look the same. Like they look similar. She's also showing what you look like too. So that's why you might feel some of your energy there.
Okay, thank you. Her second question. A message for me personally from you yourself.
Well, you're healing a lot of anxiety from other people that can't handle it. So you come here, you can say as a sponge, but to help others with their karma. But you're also clear out your own karmic debt too. Meaning, like, this is like your life of giving back, you could say. It's just there's a lot of times we feel like we can give more to others. Like, I wish I could do more for that person. And this lifetime you're doing that. It's part of your contract. So just continue to do what you're doing, and it'll get lighter over time. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Mary.
Greetings, Redman.
Greetings.
Wanted to ask about a possible visitation from. I'm really excited about it. From my granddaughter, the youngest that lives in Florida. I know my son asked earlier about a possible time frame. What you might would see. The mother, my daughter-in-law, is saying 1 month and then another. Just wondered what you might would see in that about time frame.
Well, it'll be this summer. It's not certain because the child's school and everything. The mother's kind of off anyway. The mother's all over the place. So to have a certain time frame is kind of hard when somebody's not there anyway. So it's like early, the time that you're already having, yeah, just let it do its thing. But yeah, I think you already have an idea for a time frame. So
okay, well, thank you. I wanted to ask a question. It's kind of I'm doing some. I've got some different things that's happening. That's going on. It's in my spirit. I know that it is. And it feels like astral, but the astral, it looks so different. I am seeing a lot of light in these dreams. A lot of visually, it's brighter. It's lighter. It's just hard to explain, and the feelings are even more intense. I still feel like it's some form of astral, but I just wanted to just mention that and see what you will pick up on that.
well, you're connected
please.
more to your home family, your home reality, your home planet. So the different energies are the different some of your family members, but they show up as energy. So you already know what it feels like after you leave this world. I mean, that's basically where you'll be going. That's your home.
My home.
And so you're just having a lot of conversations with them right now. That's all.
I'm loving it. When I wake up, I'm remembering it more, and the feeling lingers, the sweetness.
Yes.
And yeah, it's a blessing. Thank you so much.
Right. Yes. Blessings.
Okay. Blessings. Up next, we've got Catalin.
Yes. Hello.
Yes. Greetings.
Greetings. I heard some stuff that kind of like sooner, but not that soon. There's going to be ice cap melting or water rising. Do you know something about that?
That's always going to be happening, but not at the scale that people think. People are creating all kinds of ideas. There's always going to be some kind of ice cap melting, yes, but it's not going to be the end of the world or anything like that.
No, not necessarily the end of the world, but I mean, where the big cities near the ocean, will they have any problems with that?
No one worry about it. No. Maybe a couple hundred. Yeah, it's a non-issue, yes.
Yeah. If the ice caps melt, how much the water would rise? Can you just
It's uncertain because you have a whole world, so it goes to other places. It evens itself out. Those cities are not going to be over. I mean, they'll go up a little bit, but it's not
that much water.
No, it's just when they're getting overexcited.
That would be good for mermaid.
Yes.
Second question. My mom passed like 7 years ago. Does she have still her identity, or she's just a pure spirit, or I don't know how it's working?
Well, she still remembers where she was here, but yeah, she's a lot different. She carries a lot less of a load, you can say. She's not worried so much. She still has a lot to learn. She knows that, but she's not really the same person now.
Yeah. Can you connect with her and she has any message for me?
She's just around. She's not saying anything right now.
So this connection, mother-son, is not anymore the same. Like,
oh no, it's just that we only have 2 questions here, and this is 4 questions.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Knowledge.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Yes, greetings.
So my first question is, so I've been kind of feeling like before I came here, I was kind of assembled from alien DNA. Was it new DNA or was it like a cloning kind of DNA? I'm kind of curious.
It was new. I mean, you're always doing something new, so you're just trying something new out. It's like a hybrid DNA, you can say, that you're doing right now. Yes, there's some artificial intelligence connected to it also.
Can you tell me more about it? Like, what kind of DNA am I composed of? Like the physical body?
Some of it's reptilian. There is a synthetic energy. Basically, you're like your android in a previous life. So you have some of that here in this life. You're like a human android.
That's interesting. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yes, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we got Astralis.
Hello, greetings, Redmond.
Yes, greetings. Yes.
My first question is just if you had any messages.
If you want to, you can connect to your astral self. You'll go deeper within your energy. You know more about yourself. You do have other realities that you do tap into. So it's up to you how far you want to go with it.
Okay, well then, my second question would be like, I guess like, how are my Venus connections, or is that somewhere I should try and dream more?
No, you have Venus, but it's like you have more Saturn than Venus. You can say that's where some of your conflict comes from, is Saturn. Because they weren't easy. They weren't easy on each other. Venus is Venus is a letter. It's less controlling. Say less.
Okay, so Saturn's the
that's the culprit. Yes. Yes.
All right. Thank you. Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got James.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
I had two dreams recently where I'm watching a character, like in a video game and a movie, and they're touching us. Like one is a woman that looks like Mai Shura Nui, is a video game character, and another one is a water nymph. And I was wondering if those were actually me and Artemis, like that I was watching.
Yeah, it's like you're in like a sim reality, the Sims. It's something like that. But you also, sometimes you have control over yourself though. I mean, you're not having somebody moving you around. Yeah, that's what you're saying anyway. But yeah, it's like a reality that's been copied into like a video game of sim, but nobody's controlling you there. But yes, Artemis is there. Yes.
So I am like controlling myself.
Yeah, I don't see anybody controlling you though. I mean, you can say there's like someone that looks like you that's in this game.
So I have a lot of dreams like that lately. Like, what's the purpose behind that?
It seems like you're exploring it. It's quite well. It's kind of like a bit of like a paradise a little bit. It's you can do whatever you want there. That's a version of it. It's not perfect, but you have a lot of freedoms there. Let's put it that way. You have more freedoms there than you do here. So you go there in the sim to live that. Yeah. We're just having more fun there, you can say.
I was wondering why a lot of us here in the group are crying lately, including me.
No, it's a release from the collective. Many are worried about the future, the economics of it. It's many things. It's, as you probably can see. So you're just tapped into. You're helping Mother Earth release a lot of this. So it just release. It's not just from you. It feels like it's mostly coming from others.
I see. Thank you.
You can say angels cry versus humanity. So blessings.
Okay, thank you for that. Up next, we've got Galicia.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Okay, so I wanted to ask kind of for my mom a question about her sleeping. The last over 2 weeks, her insomnia has been really, really bad. Is there a reason why? Is it like for protection, or is she under some kind of, why can't she sleep?
It feels like a troll being. He's dealing with some kind of trolls. She can visualize it. Releasing it would be a good idea. She doesn't have to visualize all she wants to. It feels like she's having an argument with an old boyfriend. That's a troll.
Yeah.
She's like a fairy being somewhere.
Yeah,
they're having relationship issues.
Okay. Yeah, it's funny because also I don't know how my mom can function on like no sleep. Like she could sleep like 2 hours and somehow function. I mean, she's tired, but me, if I don't sleep at least like 7 hours, I literally feel like I'm just gonna pass out. Like I've been that way since a kid. I don't know why. With me, it's like if I don't get my sleep, I really can't function.
With her, it comes from her fairy life, or just survival, you can say. She has a lot to do here in the physical, and you are obviously want to tap out of this reality. You find other realities more convincing, you could say. So you're traveling, you're doing all kinds of stuff. It's almost like you're astral shopping. Doing all kinds of stuff. You do have like a big shopping bag and all this stuff.
That's funny because
So
maybe we're balancing it out because
you're doing. Yeah, you're like a shopaholic. I mean, that's not all you're doing, but that's one of the things I'm saying.
Yeah, I like to collect treasures. A little treasure hunt here and there. Yeah,
you have like your own mall full of all your stuff. It goes on and on.
I'm not really materialistic, so hopefully it's some cool gadgets there.
It's not like it's all in a house sitting there forever. No, it's exotic stuff, things like that.
That's cool. Okay, well, just I guess for my second, just if there's any messages for me at this weird time in existence.
Well, it feels like you're releasing reptilian. It just feels like they're like a toad. You've like the prince and the toad situation. You've been through that in your past. I don't know, something about you and toads.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
So that's I would just keep that cryptic, but it seems like that might help answer some of your
yeah, it actually does.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you very much. Blessings and blessings to everyone.
Okay, blessings. Up next we got Andrew.
Thanks. Greetings.
Thanks.
Do you have any messages for me?
As you as an Arcturian, you do have elongated head, a big head, and you're always in your mind. You're like hovering in space, like doing like 1,000 conversations at once. So you do look blue also, at least here. So you're just working on your futures. You're working on like 10,000 other versions of yourself right now. This one has a purpose. It's like it's a short time here. It might feel like it's long, but it's actually short. But it's necessary for the puzzle that you're putting together.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Kind of in the same vein as that, I'm working on a creative project right now, and I want to incorporate. It's kind of like a essay, but it'll also have like some visual or video elements, and I want to incorporate some different alien or multi-dimensional perspectives, maybe even AI. And I just wanted to know if you have any messages for me about that.
Yeah, it's what you feel comfortable with. AI is fine. The dolphin comes to mind.
Oh, cool.
That's up to you. The dolphin's an alien that everyone can relate to.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that.
There's also, this is up to you. I see a vision of a kangaroo, but that one's up to you on that one. They're kind of aggressive humans. I mean, they can be very kind, but they can also, you know, I mean, they're alien. They have a pouch on them.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
They don't look normal. They're some of them are more muscular than humans. So
They are.
yeah. They're just and obviously the kangaroo people are down under, and you're Australian. So
true. Thank you so much.
Yes. All right. Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Braden's questions. His first question, he says, "Greetings, Redmond. Welcome back, and thank you for coming in tonight. I appreciate your teachings and insightful message. Do you have any messages for me? Thank you."
Just keep believing in yourself. I do see some AI energy that's feels like you're like one of your alien aspects infiltrated AI units, another reality, of course, that's caused difficulties for others. And yeah, some of that energy is around you. It's not constant, but I think you understand some of it's there. So blessings.
Okay, thank you. Second question. Do you or the Tall Whites have any other messages for me? Thank you and blessings.
Just the moon. It seems like that's like a second home. There's also hybridization energies there. There's also insectoid beings there, but it's like it's where all the galactic federations connect to. Of course, they connect to the UN also, but the moon seems to be where you prefer without all the human interference for galactic updates and things like that. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we got Christy. Christy may have stepped away, so we'll move on to Heather.
Thanks. Greetings. Thanks for coming in,
Yes,
Redmond.
greetings. Yes.
I just wanted to know if you had any messages for me tonight.
Just one moment. Just you connecting more to the future, just healing your timeline here. You're healing just a lot of, Earth stuff, but it's this is March, so I feel like March will be a better month than previous months.
That's good.
Yeah, you're just really seeing the load, the energy load.
Yeah, I'm lightening up a lot. I've noticed that just my energy and aura, everything's getting better. I've let go of a toxic relationship, so everything's getting a lot better.
Yes.
Do you have any other messages?
Yeah, it feels like a couple more months that the toxic energy from that relationship will really just connect with nature, just connect to your creativity, what brings happiness to, just to get your mind off of it.
Yeah.
And you are basically like a bird being, so you're like the owl's really strong with you.
That's true. Yes. I love owls.
So,
blessings. Thank you so much.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we're going back to Christy. Or so we thought.
Now?
Yes.
Great.
Okay, sorry. My headphones wasn't working. Okay, so my first question, what are some past lives that I've had with my friend Spencer, particularly like in Tibet?
Tibet, that was more of the ancient times, even actually around your Atlantean times. So you have like an Atlantean connection to them.
Oh, what is that one?
It's like a Tibetan Atlantean life, basically. Basically, it was an Atlantean being setting foot on Tibet, connecting, becoming more of a Tibetan type of being. So,
oh, like that's where we had went to, like migrated to Atlantis.
Yes.
What kind of being would we look like? Humanoid, like giant?
Yeah, elongated head.
Oh, okay.
Bald.
And bald. Were we like our relationship, was it like family or
Yes. Very connected, yes. Also the feline connection there too.
All right. Okay, and then my second question, I just wanted to know my role in astral to Spencer. Like, am I like a protector to him in astral? Maybe like a guardian or something like that?
Well, yeah, well, with him just more like a friend, but your astral connection is more like a teacher. Also teacher / counselor.
Okay.
Even in the spirit realm, we do work with mental health, you could say.
Okay.
So.
Alrighty. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Ryan.
Hello, greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Yeah, I was listening to Ivan the other day talking with Nimrod, but he was also talking to Gilgamesh. Is that the same being?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's great. I was just curious about that. As you know, I have a lot of Anunnaki reincarnations, so I didn't know. I didn't know that was me there again. Just want to know, why did I reincarnate so many times as different reincarnations during the Sumerian civilization? Was it just because I was Anunnaki and I wanted to be immortal, or what? What is it? What's about that?
Well, you just got pulled into it. I mean, you're part of Anunnaki families that were pretty quiet and, you know, down to earth, but then they connected to this planet and it became more chaotic, and you just got locked into it and you couldn't break free. It's like, I mean, you wanted to, but then, you know, then you create karma, and then, you know, it's one thing after the other, just like this. So it's like, you just wanted to, it's like you might as, instead of just jumping and leaving.
Besides Anerta, Nimrod, and Gilgamesh, am I any other being on Earth that's well known besides those three that I don't know of?
The Nimrod seems to be the strongest one right now.
Oh, okay, great. They weren't the best. They weren't the most caring, great rulers. That's for sure.
No, because they didn't have to be.
No, right. Okay. Well, that's why. I mean, you would think it'd be a dangerous proposition as me as a human to reincarnate, because don't you think during that time I made a lot of enemies? And when I talk to some beings at this time, don't you think they'll know about that history and see, oh, I was at war with them a gazillion years ago? Don't you think that will put me in jeopardy at any time during my human life here? I mean, I would think so, right?
Yes, it's gone through that. Yes, and you're still dealing with the karma from those lifetimes, as you can see.
Do you think I have enough protection in the non-physical on this life to deal with all that? Because if I write to any beings, you know, from that know me, you know, from those lives.
Yes, you're clearing a lot of that. This life is putting an end to a lot of this chaotic energy. It's like you're at the end of the book, you know, the bookend of it.
Yeah,
so that's why it's so okay. It's just so stormy, because it's one being after the other is coming after you.
They are. You're exactly right. And I just hope I have enough protection to protect me. I know there's a lot of seraphim around me, so I know that. So I know there's some serious protection around me.
Yes, but this is seen as an Anunnaki world, technically.
Yes, it is.
And so, but you think this world, an Anunnaki world, is worse?
Oh, I can't even imagine. Can't even imagine.
Don't think about that. But you're finishing everything up in this life. You're going to get away from all that other chaos stuff.
I can't wait. Any other final words of wisdom?
Well, I do see, like, if you do go back to a Anunnaki world, you'd be on like an island, like somewhere tropical, where you're not dealing with any of that. In this life, you'll get things will get more calmer. It's just you're just cutting cords right now.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
Yes, blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we've got Premium.
Hello, greetings.
Greetings.
My first question is related towards my dog Blue. Recently, he's been kind of, I don't know, not himself. He's been in and out of just kind of like sleeping and then just mindlessly wandering around. And sometimes, like, when he looks at me, something like, I don't know if he's really looking at me. He has this kind of look in his eye, like, you know. So I want to ask, like, what was going on with my dog Blue?
Well, it feels like you're shape-shifting. So you might not be aware of it physically, but it feels like you're changing. He's noticing it. So you're changing I feel like you change to a dolphin sometimes. You just have a lot of beings around you, so he's just noticing all of it. So he's adjusting to what you're going through right now.
Makes sense. Okay.
Feels like he's
Okay.
fine overall. He's just not used to all this.
Mm-hmm. My second question is related to if there's any messages for me.
Well, you connected to the angelic realms, as you know. You're bringing positive energies to yourself, others. So you're just here to bring good luck here. But you have some personal connections to make first. But you'll see things to start moving more rapidly. So you're just basically right now is like making personal connections seems to be important right now.
Okay. Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
Blessings.
Blessings.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Lewis's questions. His first question, he says, "Is there any message from my canine companion, Mr. Fox, that he'd like to tell me, but I can't see? P.S. Please be as straight as you can."
Oh, that's good. Mr. Fox is taking you places in astral that you have not been to. But you're getting a human perspective of it. You might not always remember it here in the physical. You have some idea something's going on. So Mr. Fox, I would say, is at least he appears as an older soul. If he is or not, is another story. But he's just like kind of like the bus driver taking you to different places right now. So he's a protector also, but it feels like he wants you to know a lot astrally. So it has been kind of rough, some of the places it's taking you to, as you probably feel some of that, but you're protected overall.
Yeah, thank you. The second question, are there any messages from any entities that wish to say anything at this time?
There's Nordic beings, Palladian energy that you're connected to. You've been connected, in a positive sense. Of course, there's been some that have not been positive, but for the overall, you're being protected. But yeah, this is a lifetime of opening yourself up more spiritually. There's also the bird beings, like an avian race up here. I believe that's what Mr. Fox is, I would say, protecting you from some of the avians, because you've known some pretty difficult ones. So, bird beings. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up next, we've got Dragon.
Hello, how you doing?
Well, greetings.
So, my first. Oh, sorry, I actually missed. What entities are you?
Sirian.
Sirian. Cool. My first question is, there's been depictions in movies of beings that are sort of like fourth dimensional, higher vibrational beings. I would characterize them at that have, essentially superpowers, but in some ways still act sort of like 3D beings part of the time. Is humanity heading towards sort of stretching ourselves to the point that we're sort of like, superhuman sort of, but still not completely out of 3D?
That's been going on. That's been going on for thousands of years. There's always been an aspect of that. Now you have the media and all that. Now you can see it a little bit more. But yeah, usually they keep it pretty well hidden though. Usually the people that have these type of powers don't want to be known for the most part. But you're not quite ready for that. I mean, for it to go more public, it's going to be a while for that. But yes, you are going in that direction though, yes.
Cool. Do you have any messages for me?
Interesting. There's like the planet Pluto. Apparently, we've had like some kind of science lab there at one time. It was like you're so connected to it. There's some gray connections there, and just like there's time travel technologies that you're developing there, and it's something that you're still working on astrally. It seems. It says helping the balance of this solar system. You can say.
Sounds like a cold place to have a lab.
Yes.
All right, thanks.
There's a lot of beings there. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Up next, we got Marvin's questions. His first question, he says, "Are there any messages for me?"
There is an Anunnaki energy that they're still clear. The Anu energy seems to be still pretty strong. We do see you as like a son like his son. So you're also connected to some of his Akashic. He's kind of, isn't like an astral. He's telling you, to help him heal. You could say he's trying to release some of his heaviness that's going on right now. Blessings.
Thank you. Your second question: are there any messages for me seeing the craft that disappeared today? Thank you.
Yeah, it feels like that's a Palladian energy, and feels like you had an aspect of yourself on that ship also. But I see you as a cat being, though, like a hybrid human cat being. Blessings.
Okay, blessings. Up last this evening is me. Thank you again, Redmond, for coming in.
Yes.
For my first question, I've never been attracted to the New Age laws, like for example, the law of attraction, law of reciprocity, law of assumption, etc. And I'm reading this book from 1920 called God Man that discusses how these laws keep us living in the future instead of accessing the blessing available to us in the eternal now. I'm only like a couple chapters into this book, but the information kind of resonates right to my core. Do I have any connections with the author George W. Carey, like groups or societies that influence his ideas?
Yeah, I believe you are bringing that energy here currently. Yes, it's like almost like an aspect of yourself. So yes, it's like you're connected to his collective. Think of that. But you're using this stuff now.
Yeah, it's like common sense for me. This is like stuff that I'm reading that is just hitting right in my core,
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's like you're reading yourself, basically. Yes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, but it's from 1920, and he's like poking fun of this stuff, but only to see that it kind of gains steam, up to this point.
Yes.
We're at where we are at currently.
Yeah.
But it feels like his words are kind of 100 years in the past, but 100 years, should have been right now in a sense. So it's kind of like
Yes.
timelines from where the Earth went to where it could have went, and now we're at that same crux again where it could go that way. What he's talking about in the book.
Well, yeah, it's like 1,000 years in the future.
Oh, okay.
It's going to take that long for people to integrate some of that.
Right, makes sense. Yeah. All right, very cool. Yeah. For my second question, just leave it open. I'm having some issues with my studio. I'm putting it together and running the wires through, and I'm getting some feedback and ground loops and stuff like that. Do you see me any point of problem where I can isolate that, or do you see me like working it out in time?
Yeah, working out in time. I feel like there's some kind of technology upgrades you will need somewhere there.
Got a microphone preamp coming in, so
Yeah.
eliminates a lot of the connections that I have unbalanced here.
That should do it. It's just that there's no rush for this, but you are building this timeline, so it just shows the difficulty of it. But yeah, you're just building a stronger foundation. That's all.
Exactly right.
So,
All right, very cool. Well, thank you again, Redmond. Much love, blessings.
Of course, yes. Send you all blessings. See you much healing. Blessings. Okay, great. Okay, all right. Blessings.